Newborn Veronica curled against her mother's side on Friday, as if to hide from the horror around them, the war that tore apart the Mariupol Maternity Hospital where she was meant to greet the world. On the eve of giving birth, her mother, Mariana Vishegirskaya, had to flee the hospital when a Russian airstrike hit. Her brow and cheek blue, she clutched her belongings in a plastic bag as she navigated down the hospital's debris-strewn stairs in her polka-dot pajamas on Wednesday. US calls out Russian disinformation over controversial UN meeting. Mariana Vishegirskaya lies in a hospital bed after giving birth to her daughter, Veronica, in Mariupol, Ukraine. Images of the desperate mothers and medical workers from the Children's and Women's Health Hospital shocked the world, as the ING took Russia's war against Ukraine to a sickening new level. Taken to another hospital, Ms. Vishegirskaya and another woman who escaped the ING have since given birth, their babies delivered to the sound of shellfire. A strike hit the new site where they were taken, too. Facing worldwide condemnation, Russian officials made several false claims that the hospital had been taken over by far-right Ukrainian forces to use as a base and emptied of patients and nurses. Russia blocks Instagram. Mariana Vishegirskaya and her husband Yuri survived the Russian airstrike on a children's and maternity hospital in Mariupol. The Twitter account for the Russian embassy in London claimed she was not a victim, but a beauty blogger and model who was posing as two different pregnant women. While Ms. Vishegirskaya is a Ukrainian blogger in Mariupol who posts about skincare, makeup and cosmetics, there is no evidence that she was anything but a patient at the hospital. She has posted multiple photos and videos on Instagram documenting her pregnancy in the past few months. And in one, she can be seen wearing the same polka-dot pajamas as on Wednesday. What it looks like when 2.5 million people flee a country at once. The embassy posted side-by-side images of two Associated Press photos, one depicting Vishegirskaya, and another of a woman being carried away on a stretcher, placing the word "fake" over them in red text. The caption claimed, "The maternity house was long non-operational at the time of the strike." The embassy followed with a second tweet, in which it shared a photo of Ms. Vishegirskaya wrapped in a blanket outside the hospital alongside an image from her Instagram account to suggest she was playing a role. AP reporters in Mariupol, who documented the attack in video and photos, saw the victims and damage firsthand, and nothing to indicate the hospital was used as anything other than a hospital. Russian strikes hit western Ukraine as offensive widens. Mariana Vishegirskaya walks downstairs in of a maternity hospital damaged by shelling shortly before giving birth. Twitter has since removed the Russian embassy's tweets, and existing links are directed to a notice that says the posts violated Twitter's rules. The AP was unable to determine the identity of the woman on the stretcher. The case drew attention at the UN Security Council, where Russian Ambassador Vasily Nebenzia held up copies of the AP photos during a meeting on Friday while repeating falsehoods about Vishegirskaya's identity and the attack. But US Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield praised the media for documenting the truth on the ground, and adding, "Russia cannot cover up the work of AP News photographers." Russia has been in civilian targets in Ukrainian cities such as Mariupol. After the ING, Ms. Vishegirskaya was taken to another hospital on the outskirts of the city, facing the front line, and gave birth via caesarean section in a city that's been cut off from food supplies, water, electricity, and heat for more than a week. On Friday, her husband, Yuri, lovingly held up his daughter, then she was tucked back next to her mother.